Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I'm sorry I'm late. I was supposed to be 10 minutes ago here, but technical difficulties. And nevertheless, welcome to my channel. My name is Jasmina from Jasmina Brozovic Astrology. And today I'm here to talk about the upcoming full moon in Leo that it's going to happen next week. Before I dive in, make sure that you subscribe to my newsletter for monthly forecasts and for special offers to my newsletter subscribers. And I have something planned coming up soon, so stay tuned. I will let you know what's happening. What will the special offer be? On another note, if you have time tomorrow, hi, Misbehaving, welcome. Hi, nice to see you. If you have time tomorrow, I will have a special guest on another live tomorrow at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Dr. Maria, she is a medical doctor, an Ayurveda specialist, and an astrologer, combining everything. And in her practice, it's going to be so interesting. If you have any questions, health questions, astrology health questions, you can join us. And Jamie is going to be here. You know her from one of my previous lives. We talked about boundaries in astrology. She has a strong psychological background, so they're going to talk about what will they offer to help people in this transition times. And then tune in for the 17th. I'm going to go live with Israel. We're going to talk about Neptune in Aries and what is the big shift on that. So that's upcoming on my channel. Hi. Hello, everybody. Hello. Okay. I'll figure out who you are later. But thank you for joining. Okay. So also, if you have my Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, I had a great chat with Astrology Club. And the founder, it was so much fun. So check that out as well. And so many things are happening. I have so many things going on. Oh, hi, my favorite Norwegian. I know who you are. I know you're Scorpio rising, so I'll keep your name incognito. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so today I'm here to talk about the upcoming full moon in Leo, and this one is woohoo. Okay, first the technical stuff. It's going to happen on February 12th at 8:53 a.m. At 4 degrees 6 minutes Leo. So for all of you who have any personal placements, planets, angles, if you know your chart a little bit better, around 21 to 27 of the fixed signs, this will be extremely personal and important for you. Fixed signs for you who don't know are Leo, Scorpios, Aquarius, and Taurus. And why this full moon is so important. Also, this is part of the lunar family from the new moon that happened on the 16th of August 2023. So if you remember what happened around that date, the topics might come back. Okay, so it's like a full circle on that note. Full moons in general are a peak of a cycle of the between moon and the sun, as they do these cycles every month. Full moon is kind of the party of it all, right? It's when it's all happening. So everything that we planted seeds earlier about this, and moon, as we know, is about our needs, our sense of security and feeling safe, and what do we really need, our daily habits and routines, and what makes us feel cozy and secure. And sun is usually about what we want and what our personality is and what we drive for. It's like our willpower. And during the full moon, those two usually don't get along, don't have the same path, don't have the same vision, and they can collide. when we have this opposition, because full moon, you have moon on the one side and sun on the other side, there's always a need to find a balance, to find compromise, to find a middle ground for any type of resolution. It's like a tug of war. So, we need to make some kind of adjustments. And this can be very complicated, because Leo and Aquarius energy is about who we are as an individual, what do we want, where our heart is, how to shine in the world, but also how to belong, because we are social beings, how to get along with others, how to find our tribe. And this full moon is, like, in general, between Leo and Aquarius, this is always this need to shine within the group. Okay. Leo for itself doesn't really need a group. He likes to shine on the stage on its own. Aquarians particularly don't like to shine on the stage. They just need some people who are like-minded like them. But remember, opposites, we are all yin and yang. We always have a little bit of the other side within ourselves. So each Aquarian, really deep inside, there's a little piece of them they really want to shine. And each Leo really needs those support and from other people, and needs to feel that they belong. So this full moon is especially going to be hard, because it's square Uranus. And I'll share the chart of the full moon and talk about it. I just want to mention before, I really am using Sabian symbols for the lunations. I find that they're very, very interesting, and give a little layer of understanding what is this, our energy is all about. Okay, so for this full moon of 24 degrees Leo, Sabian symbol is untidy, unkept man. And it's usually an Aquarian kind of energy. We often associate Aquarian energy with hippies, with just hanging around, don't care how we look, all these shabby things, different, we don't care kind of energy, just let's go, like peace. I always remember the 70s and what was the vibe during the 70s. It's very Aquarian energy. So this untidy man might be a part of that, right? But on the other side, we need to be accepted. We need to have this affection from others. We need to shine. We can't just blend. We kind of, part of ourselves is dead if we don't showcase ourselves one way or another, right? So I was listening last night a lot about this Sabian symbol. I was thinking how interesting this is. Eccentric. What does eccentric mean? We always put the word eccentric with Aquarius energy, but coming from Latin, ex is out, centric, center. So that means we are out of center. So eccentric energy is definitely, how are we outside of of being the center of attention. On the other hand, yes. So this eccentricism comes from also needing freedom from the society, from pleasing the society, for fitting into society the way society wants us to be. So that's eccentricism in a way, right? And it's interesting. So and this is what I wrote down. How to turn that friction that you have with society is through self-confidence. So this is exactly what is this full moon all about. We need the freedom from pleasing the society on one hand. There's a friction with society, but the only way to actually be ourselves and is like to kind of get out of that and be free is with self-confidence, which is about Leo energy. So this full moon is about this. waking up a little eccentric in ourselves, a little rebel that we have within us, have show some courage and confidence. Um, and that's the only way a society will accept us. It's kind of like a paradox, a feeling, right? And why am I saying this even more is because this full moon is squaring Uranus. Uranus is the modern ruler of Aquarius, and it's a change bringer. It's shaking us up. It's definitely wants us to be free, be ourselves. It's such an interesting energy. Yeah, I was thinking a lot. It's gonna be really interesting to see what happens on this full moon. Let me see if I can share the screen now to show you. Let me see. Is this the one? Yes. Okay. Okay, so excellent. So this is the full moon, the chart of the full moon. I use the zero Aries chart, so don't look at the houses, disregard everything. I just want to focus for you guys to see what is this full moon all about. As you can see in the bottom corner, elements and modes. I always like to put that out. A lot of fire and air. A lot of fire. That means that we are feisty for this moon. We can be, really, really fighting. It can be a lot of assertiveness. Let's say I don't want to be a lot of motivation on a positive side, a lot of inspiration. A lot of spirit, a lot of like we are really going to be motivated to finish things up, to steer things up, to be ourselves, to be confident, and with a lot of air, it's also about, especially in the things that we believe in the things we're going to defend our thoughts, we're going to defend our ideas. Communication can be very feisty, so and it can be, Uranus energy. Uranus is really, really squaring. So Uranus is, if you see, Uranus is here in Taurus. So this is a fixed energy. Sun is in Aquarius, Moon is in Leo, and Uranus is in Taurus. It's a fixed, we call it T square. And then we kind of need to work it out. This Uranus, we need to work with Uranus to get this resolution for this full moon. It's not budging energy. Everybody's just wants to go their own way. Lots of I'm right and you're wrong kind of energy. It can be really disruptive, shocking, and Mercury is very close to Sun. We're going to have a Sun Mercury Cazimi just a couple of days earlier. That means that Aquarian energy can be dogmatic a lot. So I feel that we won't budge in the conversation. I think it's going to be a lot of challenges about finding compromise, listening to other side, finding that a balance. I think people just won't care. Like, that's it. I had enough, kind of a feeling. I'm not budging. It's volatile energy, to be honest. It can be very intense. A lot of unexpected things might occur for this full moon. So be aware that you might experience some things that you didn't know they were coming. A lot of shocks, surprises. Yes, I don't know. I think a lot of things will be going on in the moment. Uranus is like a light striking or something. It comes in a moment out of nowhere, and then you're going to have long repercussions after that. So be careful what you talk, how you talk, what you do. Don't make any sudden even movements physically, but especially in conversations, because it may really backfire. In the long term, it's going to be not good. On the other side, there is a need to break free and not how do you say it, like we don't want to put up with BS anymore. So finding the balance between it's going to be very challenging. I have to tell you, this whole thing, Uranus is also about our nervous system. So we're going to be so nervous, restless, like we want to get out of our skin. It can be really, really, really lots of anxiety, annoying. Make sure that you find a way to calm yourself down. I know water helps. I always repeat that, but water baths, long showers, um, breathing techniques, yoga, something that will calm your nervous system down, because Uranus is also squaring Mercury, and Mercury is also about our nerves, ruled by Gemini. So um, yeah, lots of nervousness, anxiety can pop up, um, restlessness. Not a very pleasant energy for this full moon. So watch out. Okay. Also, we're gonna kind of we will need to make a decision what we prioritize in life. What is important? Where is our heart? Because this is the moon in Leo, really wants to find that joy and creative expression, and find that inner child, and just how kids are, they don't care what adults are doing in this world. So this is the kind of energy that we need to, with all this madness, we need to find a way to do it. Not a lot of mutable energy, a lot of cardinal and fixed energy, a lot of people just pulling in their own direction, doing whatever they want. Um, uh, Positive thing is that Saturn, as a traditional ruler of Aquarius, and this sun, and eventually of this moon, because Sun rules, is in trine with Mars. So there is a sense of stability, of being realistic. But don't forget, Mars is still retrograde. So while Mars is still retrograde, we won't have the final resolution of anything. Don't I wouldn't finalize anything, and just you might regret it later. Like breaking up with somebody. Uranus, it has that energy of breaking up with somebody, and then when this is all over, when things calm down, you're going to be sorry that harsh words, breakups. That really might happen. You might do something and lose your job. So remember. You're going to get a lot of attention with this. Either you like it or not. Your actions and words will get attention, and there will be repercussions. So people are going to see you this time. People are watching this time. So make sure that you find some kind of balance with it all. Again, nice thing, we have Pluto Venus sextile. It can be very empowering, but remember, Pluto can also destroy things, although they have a nice connection between them. If you feel that you're getting sucked into something, it can backfire as well. So you can use this energy to empower you, to feel to actually realize what you want and what you don't want. I don't think that our ideas are going to be wrong. I don't feel that what we think is wrong. I just feel that execution might go wrong. Okay, so maybe everything that what you're feeling, what you're thinking, your intentions are actually going to be in the right place. I just feel that we might not execute everything in the right way, and then we might be sorry, just because it's sometimes not what you say, but how you say it. I think that's the energy of this full moon. We also have Mars and Saturn trine Vesta, and I want to mention this because Vesta is about our spiritual path and how where our flame is. So it's very connected with this energy of creativity and inspiration and motivation. So with Mars and Saturn also trining Vesta, so they make like a beautiful grand trine, water trine in the air. There is a way to be to ground our emotions in a way, and have a look at the right direction and follow our inner spirit. But where our home is, where our heart is, I think that's a positive thing here. Yeah, the thing is that Jupiter and Saturn are still in a square, because Jupiter is now he went direct, so he's again applying to Saturn. It's still not very strong, but they're coming to another square. So don't just I think that the the feeling of overdoing it or overachieving or overreaching, um, like we might feel that we can't reach what we want, or that we cannot achieve what we want with this, that nobody understands us. I'm thinking a lot of energy that comes up to me is a teenage behavior kind of energy. That's how I feel this full moon is about. It's like nobody understands me, nobody knows me, kind of feeling. I want to do it my way. This is what I want. And then fights between teenagers and parents. This is kind of energy that will be all in us, breaking free from restrictions, doing what we want, not conveying not finding the right words. But there is we need to be grounded in one way. So whatever we do, kind of think about that. Also, we have I don't have her on in the chart, but Aries, she is the goddess of discord. That's how we call her. She is trining the moon and sextiling the sun. She's at 24 degrees of Aries at the moment. Aries in Aries. Excuse me. So she will give. She will want us to kind of stand up for ourselves. So it's in a good way. So she's supporting this. But remember, we have some support with this full moon. It's just, are we going to use it well? Are we going to recognize where the support is? Or when we might just dismiss everything. So that's my kind of fear for this full moon, that we just might not realize what is happening around us. Okay. Overall, it's very Uranian. It's very out there. It's very it's very unexpected. I can't find in the lack of a better word, very, very unexpected. So be prepared for the upcoming week, because this is happening on Wednesday. So a day or two before and day two after, we're going to feel that the whole week is going to be shocking. I know in the world there's many things happening anyway. We are shocked on a daily basis with what we hear and what is happening. I don't think and lots of things are not long term. There's lots of changing still happening, and this full moon is just a confirmation that actually there's no long term stability here. Okay, so everything that you hear that you might find annoying or just makes you angry, I would take it with a grain of salt. I don't think a lot of things that are happening now are going to be for the long term. Yeah. Anyway, okay, let me stop sharing, and I'll do now for a little analysis for all 12 signs. Okay, I just need to figure out how am I going to do this. Okay, I hope you can see me, because okay, I hope you can still see me. Okay, let's share another screen. No, this one. Okay, excellent. Okay, there you go. My LSA wheel. Shout out to LSA, London School of Astrology. If you want to really know a little bit more, if you are enthusiastic about astrology, create a free account. Lots of free stuff that you can read and learn there. Yes, lovely people. Okay, so let's do it. For Aries rising, so sun is here, moon is here, and I'm going to put Uranus, because Uranus is such a big player for this lunation. Uranus is in Taurus here. Okay. I'm going to put Mars because Mars is ruling Aries. So I want to make sure that I'm going to put Mars here as your ruler. So there is definitely going to be some issues, probably if you have kids, with your kids and with your friends. So be prepared that you might get into some kind of discussions with your friends, with your groups, communities, and you know, even if you socialize for this full moon, even if you find yourself in some kind of situations when you are amongst people that don't believe in the same things as you are, just don't get involved. Take a deep breath, take a glass of water or something, just don't get involved. Also, there might be some conflicts with your children if you have them, or if you're just dating. This is like a fifth house is a casual dating as well. So if you're on a date, if you go on a date, and there might be some situations that you might find not pleasant. But on the other hand, remember, people involved might have good intentions. It's just the way the things come up, it's in the wrong way. So don't dismiss people right away. Don't feel that this is the end. Don't feel this is how the people are. The things, just the words might really come up wrong. A lot of truth will come up as well. Many people will just say what they feel and what they think without thinking, is it hurting anybody? Am I saying things in the right manner? So have that in mind for the next week when you talk to others and have conversations, that things might are coming from the right place, but are coming up in the wrong direction. This is also about, definitely, for Aries risings, is being your unique self. Remember, so like you're really going to seek attention. Like you are really wanting to be seen, to shine, or maybe if you're a parent, you want to showcase your kids or your creative projects. If you're self-employed, maybe maybe in your business, you really want your business to shine. Mars, your ruler, is coming from the fourth house, so there's not direct any direct connection with this full moon. But as I remember, I told you it's trining Saturn here in Pisces, and Saturn is co-ruler of the sun and moon at the end, right? So there is this potential that family matters, or things from your family, or actions happening in your family might reflect on your friendships or on your creative projects. Uranus is in the second house. So there's going to be, I think you're going to feel your value system is going to be attacked, how you worth and value yourself. And just on a psychological thing, you might, all these things that are happening, you might feel that you are not valued enough, and you might just snap. So that can be one of the things. Other topics that may occur is definitely about money and income, and there might be some surprises depending on your personal chart. So it can be good or bad, but think about that. Maybe your actions might also affect your income long term. So make sure that you don't upset anybody who can take money away from you one way or another. This can really be very important at this time. There's also maybe going to be need to make some extra income on your own as a freelancer, or through commissions, or through some other means of way of earning money. Fifth house is definitely connected with self-employment, and maybe you really want to start a side business that will make you some money. Just make sure, because things are not stable enough. You need to be prepared to change things along the way. Don't make very stubborn long-term decisions that you won't be able to change later. Okay, so even if you're thinking of doing something. You might need also, because the full moon is a releasing energy, you might need to release something. You need to maybe some of the things that you're doing, and people need to leave your life in order for you to pursue your your desires and where your heart, and just for you to shine. Sometimes you can be just shadowed by others, and it can really make you angry. It can affect your finances as well, and just self-worth in general. So this will definitely affect you, Aries. It can be good as long as the problem with you is that you can be very impatient, especially with your ruler still being retrograde. So you still are not able to go as fast as you would like forward into doing things. So you might be just irritated even more and more impatient, and you might just say something that you might regret. So keep your calms, keep your nervous nerves calm, and everything's going to be okay. It is a good time to think about some creative stuff that you really want to do, something innovative, something that will make you extra money on a positive side, because it can be very inspiring, full moon, and motivational to do things. And you are a fire sign after all. Okay. Taurus rising. Okay. Yes, this will definitely affect you. Okay, so as I said, all the fixed signs are going to be most affected, just because it's happening in the areas of lives that are seen, that are involving other people, that are more external. So external circumstances will really affect you this time. Okay, Venus is now in Aries. No, Mars, Venus. So Venus, where's Venus? What happened? Here it is. Naughty Venus. Okay, so Venus is now in Aries, and in the 12th house, and she's ruling you. So she in Aries, she doesn't particularly like to be in Aries because it's a Mars sign. But don't forget, she kind of really wants to do what she wants to do. Okay, and with Venus being in Aries and with Uranus being in your first house, this really will you will really want to fight. Like, you are not going to settle for less that you want. Like, Taurus risings, you really, you want it all anyway. But this time, like, you want to fight for it. You're not going to just be passive in the way that you sometimes can be. I think you're going to be more active. This is definitely affecting your work and home. And a lot, like, just watch out for fights at home, fights with your managers, fights with at work position, fighting with people. And I do use word fight just because we have Mercury here very near, and Mercury is the way we communicate. It's also opposing this a little bit. So they're just 2 degrees apart. So Mercury is a big part of this lunation, and that's why I think there's going to be a lot of verbal situations here happening. This might affect your physical body as well. I think you might feel really physically even sick from the situations that, if you don't control them in one way or another. Uranus in the first house, you're going to be more nervous than usual. Venus is in the 12th house, in the hidden house, so she's acting from behind the scenes. So your subconscious, your psychology is going to be very important, that you are strong mentally if somebody pushes your buttons. And people will, lots of things might happen in your career and at your home, sudden things that you didn't expect, change of management. I'm not saying you're going to lose your job, but it can be a situation that maybe, there's a situation that things are not going as you wish. Take a deep breath, and there's, I think it's very important that you be psychologically strong, and and then maybe just think that you can sometimes, maybe this is a situation that you cannot have everything that you want. and that mind won't work this time, and there's also things happening at your home affecting your work and vice versa, obligations between two things. um, you know Maybe you do want to shine at work one way or another, and then there's an opportunity for you, that you're not seen the way you would like to be at work and appreciate it, because that's what Leo wants. And at home, some situations, some shocking revelations from home can come as well. It doesn't have to be particularly your home where you live now, but maybe where you're coming from your parents, or from or just physical home. So just there's a lot of Piscean energy. So I don't know, what some things that happen in your home that you do not expect and you cannot control for sure. Excuse me. Okay. So Taurus, I hope you have a plan B, whatever that is. Yeah. I think Venus will help you. I think Venus will help you to fight for yourself and, finally be a little bit more assertive. And I think you're going to need it this time. Not let people step all over you. Okay. Geminis. Okay, let's see what is happening with you, Geminis, risings. Okay. So this will definitely, this is happening in the 3rd and the 9th house and 12th. So those are little more internal houses. So I think that you're going to have a lot of internal dialogues and battles in your head. I think you're going to talk to yourself a lot and just thinking and rethink, have internal conversations and battles and discussions and debates within your head, what you want to do, how you want to proceed, how to shine. I think you really want to, with this full moon, you are striving to be heard. I think you really want your voice to be heard. I think you really want people to listen to you, and you might not, get that. Uranus is here in the 12th house, so there'll be a little bit of mental health issues. So you definitely need to make sure that you calm your mind one way or another. Not one way or another. Just please avoid any over medication or trying to calm your mind in an unhealthy way. Okay, yoga, breathing techniques, Reiki. Find a way. Even if you can't express yourself verbally, try to do a written. Start a journal. Because I think your mind is going to be all over the place if you're having a mashup in your head with ideas and thoughts. Jupiter is still in Gemini here, overdoing everything. Mercury and Sun together in the 9th house. So maybe focus on what can you learn? Maybe some new course you want to take. Maybe you want to plan to do some traveling, to do something different, to some exotic place. Maybe you want to, to calm your mind. Maybe you want to plan a spiritual retreat, or I would suggest that, or something that that would be a very good idea actually. And find a way to connect with other people in a calm surroundings. Okay. Yes. So there might be some also issues coming up with your siblings. So make sure that you don't engage with your siblings, because there might be some fights as well, or your neighbors. So just smile and walk away. Okay, that would be my suggestion. Smile and walk away. Don't get involved. Lots of things. Just focus on how to calm your mind, and maybe if it calms you to read, to learn, whatever, jigsaw puzzles, Sudoku, crossword puzzles, all kind of mental activities that can focus. You can focus on something beside your anxiety, because this is a lot of anxiety as well. It can bring, and just not being able to lot of disruption, lot of disruptive things can happen, but also it can be also breakthroughs. Uranus can give you some excellent, innovative, futuristic ideas for the future that you can use and to prosper and to expand your mind. Um, I wouldn't recommend taking any mushrooms or something just because you can go on the other side. I had to joke a little bit, but think about some positive things that you can do uh, to um, to use your mental, nervous brain cells for something productive. Okay, choose two things and then play with them and make them happen. Because you're going to be all over the place. You're going to be very scattered, very nervous, very, lots of things. Yeah, if you have friends who are foreigners, you might connect with them just to maybe to share some maybe ideas. Maybe you can go visit them or something. So think about that as well. Okay, Cancers. Okay. For Cancer's rising, because you were ruled by the moon, every lunation is a little bit more personal for you. Just because, um, you kind of, you go with the flow, you go with the moon, you flow with the moon, right? And you're going to flow into really, I feel if you're not getting from your environment what you need, you might go into passive aggressive mode, just because you're gonna need extra attention and affection with this lunation. I think if your immediate surroundings won't give you that, you might be really hurt, and then kind of withdraw, but shoot arrows from the side. This full moon is going to affect also your value system and how do people value me around me? Do they value me? I'm doing all this. Am I getting something back? That's usually a Cancerian trait. So you can shine some things on the money as well. If you are maybe you're going to get some money, some sudden, because Uranus is there. So on a positive note, you might gain some sudden money from somebody, or some unexpected income might occur, or some refund, or some tax situations that you were not aware that it's coming. Uranus is also in the 11th house. So there might be some issues with friends. Not getting appreciation from friends can be a story here. I don't know. It could be the thing is with you, Cancerians, I just hope that you speak up and say what bothers you in a nice way. As I mentioned at the beginning when I was explaining this full moon, it's not all of the attentions can be really good. I just feel how we act, how we do things. If something is not okay, if something is bothering us, how we say it, how we act, even saying nothing can say a lot. And that's, I think, is your forte, Cancerians, to saying a lot but not saying anything. So just don't do that. Don't go into the silent mode. Don't go into the don't ghost anybody. Just sit in a nice way, in a caring way, because we all know that you have that in yourself, right? This can be a lot about your money situation, about about your income situation, money from other people and from yourself. So some things might be coming up with literally with your finances. A lot. I think we will need to find a way to shine within your groups without holding a grudge, or just you need to tell people if you're not feeling happy. I think this is the time to tell them, look, this is what bothers me. I'm not happy. Just in a calm way, in a positive outcome will come for sure. Okay, Leos, this is definitely something you will feel. As I mentioned, all fixed signs will feel this. Um, so this the full moon in Leo. This is you kind of like this because the sun is literally shining on you, but this full moon will also remind you that you if you have nobody to clap you, then what's but that being on a stage by itself doesn't mean anything. So we are all social beings. We all need other people as well. So be kind, be aware, because you have that generosity and love within you. uh, don't be proud. I think number one for Leos is just this full moon can put the worst pride up so everybody can see it. So try not to be so proud. Try to be a little bit of more humble when it comes to especially partnerships. Okay, this will affect your partners, your business partners, your clients. Lots of news, unexpected things you might get on a positive side. There's some new clients or some new partnerships, or some person can pop up in your life. And as I said, the thing is, it's important that you don't dismiss them right away. It's important that you don't, even if it comes out off a little bit or not as you would like, that doesn't mean it's going to be for long term like that. So things might really sound very direct, a lot of direct energy, a lot of in your face snap kind of energy, and then we might make long term decisions on those. And I don't think that's the right thing to do. Focus on your body, focus on yourself in a way, how to improve the way you look. Maybe you really want to do something that makes you feel good, something on your physical body even, right? What do you want to do? How do you want to look? Maybe you're going to think about some plastic surgeries. Don't do them now, but if you want to do it, or you want to improve your looks or go shopping for some stuff, I think you really will for this full moon, you really will want to shine in the best version of you. So what is the best version of you? Think about that. Again, your work is affected. Lots of it can be new things regarding your work. I mean, your career, not your work, your career. So actually, if you want to rebrand yourself, in some way, this is a good opportunity to think and just change your website or change your online appearance or how people see you in the world, because Uranus is there, still in your 10th house, making lots of innovations, and just rebrand yourself. That's good. That's a good word for this lunations for you. It's going to be very personal. Try not to take things too personally. It's very important. Shocking news from your career: you might lose a job, get a new position, get promotion. Lots of things can happen. Within your partnerships, and so this, you might definitely gonna feel some big shifts and changes coming with this lunation. So stay humble and rebrand yourself, Leos. Virgo risings. This lunation will will bring some anxiety for you for sure. As I mentioned, Mercury is here with the sun, and Mercury is your ruling planet. Definitely your work environment, there's going to be some changes within your work. There might be some miscommunications and misunderstandings with your co-workers, with your peers. These are also, if you have your own business, this can be your employees, your tenants if you have them. So there can be a miscommunication. So make sure that you don't get also into some kind of fights, or don't make any hasty decisions that are made on miscommunication. Lots of things can be said in a wrong way for this lunation. This can also, I think, affect you. Your anxiety can really be highlighted. Uranus is there, nervous system. You need to find a way to calm yourself. Very similar to Gemini, how to calm your brain. So do to-do lists, redo them if that calms you down. Do that Excel sheets, organize yourself, organize your workspace, your home space. It's very good to definitely to reorganize, declutter your brain and your surroundings. It's going to help you move forward. Uranus can really bring a lot of anxiety, as I mentioned, and you might feel, there might be, if you have any plans for traveling, there might be some disruptions there. So I would avoid traveling this week for you if you can. There might be really, really disruptions, or some stuff where you may lose things, lose your passport or whatever. It could be a bunch of stuff with Uranus in the ninth house, and full moon is always shining the light on something. So if you have any foreign friends, or you have foreign partners, or you talk to people from foreign countries, you might hear many different things. You might hear some things that will affect your daily routine if you work with them on a daily basis. So, but there might be some things happening there. It's just very important that you keep your nervous system calm. If you're an ex-smoker, this full moon can bring you back to smoking. That's how it's going to be very intense. So don't do it. Don't budge into that. Yeah, find some other things that you can, what can you do? Leo, your creative energy is in 12th house. It always comes from your intuition, from your subconscious. So you have this hidden creativity always somewhere available for you to use it, to calm you down, to make your everyday things happier. This can affect your physical health as well. So make sure that you eat well, sleep well, especially sleep. Take more rest than usual, sleep more than usual with the moon in the 12th, with this lunation in the 12th house, and Uranus involved. Don't get your brain stimulated. Avoid watching too much social media. Avoid social media, I would suggest, or just getting into hype of the news. Avoid as much as you can this week, because you don't need extra stimulus. It's going to tire you out, and it's going to affect your health as well. Okay. I took another sip of water. Okay. Libras. Libra risings. Okay, where is the Venus? The Venus is here. Yeah. Okay. So Libra risings. This can really be very interesting for you. Why do I say that? Usually, this lunation is in a good aspect with your first house with you, so it shouldn't be a lot of things happening. And Venus is in the seventh house of your partner, so for this lunation, there is some kind of support coming from your partners, or there is a willingness that you want to do something with your partners, either or make some changes. I think you're going to be more active and assertive, and just do what you please more than usual, because usually you like to please others. I think you want to please yourself, and you kind of if things are not going that way, I think you're going to say something. I think this time you won't be as nice as usual, and I think I like that. I think it's good for you to do that. This lunation is happening, so the full moon is in the 11th house. A lot of light on your groups and communities, and feeling of feeling is, are they seeing me for who I am? Am I getting enough attention from my friends? Am I always there for them? Are they always there for me? I think you misbehaving is saying, I'm a Libra rising. Someone close to me is a Libra sun. There you go. So this really, yes, affects you more. Yeah. So there's definitely this need to feel appreciated, to feel seen from your community. So whatever you do, and I think Venus in your seventh house of partners will kind of help you finding the right people that you really want to connect with, finding those people who do recognize you. Um, uh, the Uranus in the eighth house. So um, there is a psychological maybe there's going to be a situation that some disruptive, shocking things happening, maybe through some kind of crisis that will happen, that you might feel that you cannot, out of your control. Okay, so that's the main situation here. So it might feel that it's out of your control, um, uh, but again, this is all about finding the way how to shine within the groups. This is the whole thing. And for Libras, this is even more personal. This lunation is, you're gonna sense this even more than others. Finding the way to be yourself and your creative self. Other people would just need to don't budge in, don't you for you, I would give advice that you say something, even it might not everybody's going to maybe appreciate what you have to say. Let's say it this way, but don't be quiet for this one. I think this is a great opportunity for you to showcase yourself, and who likes it, who doesn't. That's what I have to say. I think Venus is supporting you. And as I mentioned in the beginning, asteroid Aries is also um, sextiling the sun and trining the moon from the seventh house in your situation. So there is definitely a deep need to fight for yourself within relationships and groups, and you have to stick with it. I think you need to, although there might be some maybe psychological situations coming up, or some people might be overly dramatic over your reactions, or maybe people will not expect that you say something like that, but then you need to showcase yourself, and people need to see who you really are. So good luck, Libras. I support you to do it. Okay, Scorpios. So another fixed sign that is affected a lot by this lunation. A lot of things might happen that you really, I think this is going to be an eye opener for you regarding your partners. I think a lot of revelation will happen, a lot of things that you are not expecting, and it can be all one-on-one relationships, right? It will affect more your work, home, and partner. So as I said, this is a lot of external circumstances. Will something will happen, not internally, like many signs will have internal battles, but you're not. I think something externally will happen that will definitely shook you up, and you're going to feel that you're losing control, and you don't like it. You're Scorpio, like you like to have control on your side. So you might really feel that things are out of your control here, and you need to, you're going to be aware of that. You need to kind of find a way to embrace it or release it if it's not suiting you anymore. So that's, full moon is a releasing energy. Are those partnerships are doing you justice? Are you fulfilled? Right? Moon is in your 10th house, so you really want to shine in the world. You want to be seen for who you are. Although you don't particularly like to be seen, but to be seen where it's important for you to be seen. That's what I mean. Okay. A lot of dynamics between your home and your work that I think you will need to have some discussions with your partners or with people who are sharing your home or who are sharing your career, managers. or just people of authority. I think lots of things need to be resolved, or are not resolved. They're going to come up one way or another. And because Mars is traditional ruler and Pluto is modern ruler here. I just want to say that, yeah, so Mars is still retrograde, which means you cannot act as fast as you would like. And Mars is, in this, still in a lovely aspect to your first house. So there is still a good energy to resolve situations. Yes, family, a lot of it can be traumatic. Some crisis can happen in your family that will affect your future. I hope that you find also a good way to resolve this. Remember, as I mentioned, this full moon is very like teenage and parents kind of conversation. So a lot of you don't understand me, who I am, kind of a feeling. But if we don't express ourselves in a mature way, it will backfire at us, right? So all these conversations, all the action that you do, try to be mature. Don't do it behind the scenes. Be open, be honest. It's important, okay? So yeah, good luck, Scorpios. It's hard for all the fixed signs, because fixed signs don't really necessarily want to change anything. And when Uranus is involved, it brings change. And it's just so you need to prepare yourselves for this change. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. It's really depending on your chart, but you can expect some changes coming. So they might not be pleasant, and you might not be able to control them, but be aware and try to strategize. Try to kind of see, what can I do in a situation that I don't have a control? Like, is it really necessary? Like, what is, like, you need to kind of feel the situation. Okay. Sagittarius risings. Okay. Yeah. So Sagittarius, this lunation is actually in the ninth house, which is a Sagittarius house. So there is definitely a deep need for your beliefs to be seen and appreciated, and your philosophies, the way you think. And I think you might really get into discussions and debates with people who don't share the same beliefs as you. I think it's very important that you stay open-minded for this lunation, to find another perspective, not to get stuck into your own way. See that everybody has their own truth. So it's not only one truth. Like, each of us have our own truths, if you know what I mean. So be open, have an open conversation. It might be hard, because we're all going to be a little bit more on the edge, more edgy, more nervous, more impatient, more restless. Uranus energies, can really be like that. So we may not have patience for listening to others which opinion we don't understand or don't agree with, and this is actually going to affect you. I wouldn't travel as well, just because the moon is in the ninth house. Uranus is involved. There can be some interruption or disruption. So avoid traveling next week. Even locally, I wouldn't go far. Just if you want to expand your mind, if you want to. The thing is that we will. I think for this lunation, all of us will want to say what we want, right? We want to be heard, and this is also affecting you even more, Sagittarius. So and not necessarily people are open to hear us. Not necessarily people are open to hear our opinion. And I think for this lunation, everybody's going to have the opinion, and they will all want to share their opinions with others, and kind of wanting others to agree with their opinion. I think that's the overall topic for this lunation. So it's going to be very hard to accept the other point of view. Jupiter is in Gemini, and he's real ruler. So it's enlarging everything. So your truths, your beliefs, it's even making them bigger, right? It's making them larger. So you are more. Um, you might feel that you are more entitled to be heard. So I think you should be just careful about putting your thoughts to others. Misbehaving was this is so accurate, said Sun. Yes, it can be. Yeah, I know it can be. So we might, because this is very nervous and agitating, and we just feel really. And Mars is still retrograde, so everything that we do now, it will go for a revision later. So just don't. I think many of us will be sorry later if we don't do this properly, and we might really get really like, oh, hear me what I have to say. I want to, this is who I am. I want you to see me. I want you to hear me. Why don't you understand me? Nobody understands me. Nobody loves me. Like, it was going to be like that feeling, and it's going to be very challenging. uh Uranus in the sixth house, so make sure that your this situations really might interrupt your everyday life and routines, and there's some changes coming there as well. It can affect your everyday routine. So the things that happened, you might be then one way or another, you will need to change some kind of things that you do every day. So think about that. There is still, Jupiter is finally direct, so this is a good thing for you. So you might have a little bit of more more confidence, and I think this, like, just don't have it to be overconfident, because it can backfire at you, because people sometimes don't like other people to be so confident for one reason or the other. That's why, just what it is. So this is not a bad lunation for you, because it's in fire and air. It's complementing you. It's just that not everybody's going to have understanding for other people's opinions. I'm misbehaving. You're so funny. I'll try not to shout at anyone. This is already starting. Yes, don't shout. Yeah. So as I said, this whole week, upcoming week, is going to be very like that. So we need to find a way to calm ourselves down. Whatever, Sagittarius, if you want to have a drink and go to a pub, or relax somehow, have some fun, or go to have karaoke party, do something that makes you your mind, or watch a documentary, something that will ease your mind, something that will calm you down. Okay, well, good luck, Capricorns. Let's see what is happening for you. Where is Saturn? Is here. Capricorns. Let's see. There's a situation definitely happening with joint resources. Is it your partner's money that will affect your not thinking clearly, or some fights? Or is your partner spending money, or do you have any issues with mortgage? There could be a lot of things happening. Like, I'm thinking unexpected sudden things with finances. So this is all about finances for you, and how much money you earn. Where is this money coming from? What is how much are the expenses? Don't forget about expenses. How much your interest on your mortgages? How much do you pay for insurance? What are you actually spending money on? You might feel really nervous about it. Like, things are not in your control. What is this expense for? Why do we have to pay for this? Feeling like that. So you might feel really irritated. And Saturn is in your third house. So it's still, there's some kind of not being able to express yourself the way you want, some kind of people not understanding you, and you are not be able to express yourselves one way or another. So there might be this frustration coming up because of that. And if you have kids, there might be some situations with your children, or if you're dating with just the person who you date, there might be some unexpected situation that you are not aware of, or they shock you, or they might surprise you. It can be about money, like you're going for a date and then you expect everybody, that your date will pay for the bill, and they say no, we'll split half or something like that, or they expect you to pay. Like it could be little things like that can be very irritating, that push your buttons. So that can also happen. Also, if you're doing some kind of projects, or if you're self-employed, there may be some news, some disruption. Like things are not stable this week. So don't think about it, because I know you like stability. You really like long-term. You are Saturnian people, right? So you take your time. You want to do it right, quality over quantity, and but this might not be that. So everything that happens around this lunation this week, don't take it seriously, which is hard for you, but it's very necessary that you don't take things too seriously, because things might change very soon, very suddenly they can switch. Okay. I just feel that if we don't act calmly, we're going to have these repercussions. We're going to pay later, and then we're going to regret it. So don't spend money. Wait on all the spending. Think twice before you act, say, or spend something. Yeah, I don't know. Eighth house is also a house of intimacy and sexual relationships, so there can be some kind of frustration because I'm going too far. But anyway, let's say that you might not be able to perform in bed. Oh no, not everybody, but it might happen, or just because your thoughts are somewhere else, or then you feel you have this expectations you want to live up to and stuff like that. So that can happen as well with you. Overall, don't take life seriously this week. Know it's going to be over, and then make longer decisions after this passes. Okay. Okay, Capricorns. Aquarius. Yeah, this is also important for Aquarius as well, right? Because it's their full moon. I mean, Sun is in Aquarius. So it's definitely about your partners and clients and business situations and one-on-ones. Seventh house is also about legal affairs and contracts. So there might be some situations coming to light. If you have any legal issues, there might be surprising revelations, or there might be some how do you say, when the court is over, the court decisions might be surprising or shocking, or you might get some paperwork done. For Aquarius, the thing here is this is your season, and you like being yourself. You like to be who you are without really pointing finger, oh, this is me and this is how I am, just being yourself, and you like it. But as I mentioned in the beginning, each Aquarian wants to shine one way or another, and each Leo wants to be a part of the group. So finding a balance, and this is especially how for you is for your one-on-one relationships. You really want to shine within your relationship. Yes, you don't usually necessarily need to do that, but I think with Uranus in the fourth house, I just feel it that if you had enough, it can be really abruptive. It can be really disruptive. It can be really some decisions of breakups, or I had enough kind of a feeling like nobody appreciates me, or nobody, and Mercury is also there, as I mentioned. So a lot of dogmatic, stubborn conversations, debates can happen, and you're just going to lose your energy. You're going to really lose your energy, and this will affect your home for sure. So you need to find a solution within your home. Saturn is also in your in the second house. He's a traditional ruler of Aquarius, popping up your money. So fights about money and values, and am I valued enough in the house? Who contributes how much to the household, and who does what for the household? So there might be a lot of things. Watch out also for physical things, disruptive things in your home. You might break things suddenly. Things might, especially technology. You might, the fridge, the TV, the laptops can just break with this energy. I have to tell you, something that you have in your home, gadgets at home, home gadgets, like washing machine or dishwasher or something. So many of you might experience literally those kind of things. So just be aware, and I don't know, double check if everything is in order just before. But I don't know. There can be a lot of things happening this way. It's also a time to release things that or say things that you want to say. This is once in a year full moon in Aquarius, so it's tough for you. For you, Leos is the toughest, but just say it nicely, say it properly. Don't be so cold-hearted as you sometimes seem like you are, because you are not. And try to really be objective and resolve situations in a calm, objective manner. Use your logic. Don't get into hype of things. I think your mind is going to be extra stimulated as well. So find some kind of release, how to release tension in a healthy way, and don't go after your partner or people at home. That's what I feel. Aquarians. Yeah, it can be good as well. I mean, if you do something nice with your partner, if you plan ahead, when you're both in agreement to do something fun and exciting, because Leo is about fun and joy. If you can go make plans to go watch a movie or go to a concert or do something fun, it can be good. But then you just don't, as I mentioned before, don't make long-term decisions or make things more serious than they are. So do something fun. Do something that you really, really you enjoy doing with your partner. I think that will help you a lot. A lot. Okay, and then Pisces. Pisces. Okay, let's see what is happening. Yeah. So definitely, okay, Jupiter is in Gemini here, and Neptune is in Pisces here. Okay. My dear Pisces, I think that you really have to watch out for your health. In a sense, you need to put some boundaries, definitely, on your diets. If you're overindulging, overdoing it, because moon is also about your body. It's in the 6th house. It's making this unexpected disruptive energy with Uranus. So I would feel that you might get some maybe how do you call it, diet problems or ingestion problems as well. Nervous system is going to be highlighted a lot for you as well. I think to find some kind of artistic expression or something that listen to music. I think you need to get in tune because Sun is also in the 12th house. So listen to music that you like, watch some movies, try to find some artistic expression to release this, because Moon in Leo is creative, some creative energy to calm you down, because I think your with Uranus in the 3rd house, your communication, you're going to be feisty. I think you really might feel really agitated, the way and your thoughts can be all over the place, and the way you communicate with others. Making a journal or writing things down, I think it's going to help you a lot. Jupiter is finally is direct, thank God, and then but Neptune is really at the last degree almost. So it's very very highlighting this Piscean energy. We are all feeling a little bit overwhelmed and just want to cry. So if you want to cry, yes, release if crying is actually a great way to release tension. So for everybody who wants to rather cry than shout for this lunation, although I think we're not going to cry I think this one is going to be more on the shouting side. Um, yeah, I think whatever you do, think about your health and how it affects your health, but not only some serious health, but just your everyday health in a way. How do you how does it affect your routines? How does this affect your everyday things that you need to feel healthy? Okay, is your diet okay? Are you getting enough sleep? That's very important. Are you resting enough? Do you have the balance of your work and health? Like that is your work or everything that you do affecting your health? Are you again giving yourself too much for others? Are you thinking about yourself? This lunation can also bring the victim mode highlighted. It can really bring that you feel more like a victim than before, than usual. I mean, and then it will piss some people off. So I would focus on finding some peace and quiet, and definitely don't get stimulated by news. The third house, avoid social media, avoid news, avoid all these voices in your head that might appear and that make you very anxious as well. Yeah, this lunation is really because we all I think as a collective, all this we all gonna feel like we wanna shine in one way or another. So I mean, sixth house is also work. So I think you really want to shine in your workplace among your peers. You want to be accepted by your peers at work. Like so this might be a situation that you won't be. Third house Uranus, it's really like with this T square, this third house Uranus is really gonna, some of your coworkers can really piss you off and you can be really, really mad. So, Jupiter is in the fourth house. Okay. I think from home, it should be okay situation. Yeah. But overall, I think all of us, let me stop sharing. Oops. Where is this? I think it's working properly. Why is nothing working properly? Anyway, okay, there it is. Finally. I just wanted to kind of summarize it again. This lunation, all of us we want to shine and to showcase ourselves, and we want to be heard, and we want to have people on our side applauding us, telling us we are the best, telling us they agree with us. I don't think this is really going to happen, so just be aware, but it's fine. Don't make long-term decisions. Think about how your words and action can have long-term consequences on others and on you and your life as well. So have that in mind. Be open-minded, open-hearted, Leo, open-hearted. Do something that brings you joy and fun. Do your moon, whatever your moon sign is, do your moon for this moon. Make sure you have some fun as well. It's not an easy energy, but it can be innovative and inspiring. So I hope you have a great full moon. See you tomorrow for another live at 2 p.m. With Dr. Maria and Jamie. We're going to talk about medical astrology. And I think it's very good that you tune in. It might help you for this full moon. We're going to talk about how to also help ease our nerve system that we all need to hear for this upcoming lunation. And also, yeah, that's it. Subscribe to my newsletter. If you want a reading, you can book the reading on my website, jasminabrowserastrology.com. And I have something coming up soon, some new offer, and so stay tuned. And yes, as always, please like, subscribe, and share. It helps us all to spread the astrology word around the world. Hugs and kisses, everybody. Thank you for being here, and see you soon. And happy full moon.